Well, what's going on, guys?
Good morning.
We're back
from Italy. We've been back for a few days, but just we had to kind of do some little things. We had to run errands.
Yeah.
My mom and my stepdad are still over in Italy, so we ran to her house, watered her house plants, checked on her garden, gave Ryder a bath.
Yeah.
A variety of things. But the greenhouse, the garden, the night we got back, there was a freeze, and so pretty much everything got killed off. And so we're gonna harvest all that we can and kind of just put the beds to rest
for the winter.
Yeah.
We do have one bed we're using for some, brassicas and carrots and stuff like that, but let's jump in there and hopefully it's warmer in there than it is out here.
And it is raining. It's supposed to rain a good part of the day today.
Yeah. It's 58 in here and it's like 52 outside, so it's not terribly bad.
Yeah. But you can see it doesn't look as green and lush in here as it used to.
But like these are all the starts that we started before we left, and everything turned out, we thought they were all gonna die, but everything looks great as far as the stuff that we started, but a lot of stuff just died. All right.
No. Right here.
Oh.
You might be able to break that over there. Look at the size of this butternut squash. This thing's giant. It's the biggest one I've ever grown. It's gotta weigh like 10 pounds. So opening here again.
Yeah. The watermelon roots.
Yeah.
Not enough to grow a watermelon.
So you can see we have a few of our little honey rock cantaloupe, very small. I don't know, like the size of a baseball or something. But we actually we ate one the other day, and it's actually really tasty.
Yeah.
So they're really small, but they make up in size with flavor.
Yeah. No, they did really good. Everything in the garden got stunted.
Yes.
So we learned a lot this year that we will not do next year. And
But it was the compost. We had no idea that this compost was going to be so poor in nutrients.
The shade cloth and the compost. Those were
right. We didn't have the shade cloth. Yeah.
And so next year is going to be a lot different. You think this will be anything?
I don't know. We can check it. I don't want to throw it away. We'll put that one. That's a lot of little cantaloupes. That's amazing. Do you want to put these baskets back up? Or can you water? Maybe that. What? Oh, did it really? So our peppers also got hit by the frost. So I think we're gonna just harvest what we can off of them, pull them out. And then another thing we wanted to do is save the tubers from the dahlias. We've never done that before, but I thought it would be cool to have those and save those for next year. Look at this. The only one that changed color.
Oh my gosh.
That's so funny. I wonder if we should leave this. Maybe, I don't think so now that I'm thinking about it. Do you want to grab one of the bowls? These are good. They feel kind of off like they got the others. This one's okay, but I think
We're gonna pick all the jalapenos.
yeah.
Man, this lemon spice plant
This one totally hurts.
produced a lot.
Yeah, it even has another little,
Yeah, it has a little lemon.
little yellow one.
Our only lemon spice that turned yellow.
Oh, there's two.
Oh, did you find another one?
Yeah, I showed it to you.
Oh, I didn't know that was lemon spice.
Yeah.
Oh.
The chickens are going crazy.
Do you want to say like this little bit?
Sure. Oh yeah, why are you throwing this away?
I didn't even see them. You want them in here?
Yeah.
What about this one looks squishy?
No.
It's crazy, man.
Better harvest than I actually
Thought,
expected.
yeah, no kidding.
Alright, so we're gonna pull these dahlias and save the tubers on the bottom. I started to pull it out and then realized that I wanted to save them. So, I researched what to do, and it just says to cut, I would say probably right here. You don't want too much of the green, right? to cut them and then put them in something to keep them out of the light. I'm just using this for right now. And then in the spring, you pull them out and they'll build like little nodules or buds kind of coming off of the tubers, and then you can separate them and cut them. And as long as you have one of those little like nodules or buds coming off, then you can plant that and you'll get like a whole bunch of dahlias. I mean, this was one seed that we started this from, and now we can grow lots of dahlias from it, which is pretty cool. So I don't know. Yeah, this one. Oh, look at. Okay. I don't know if that'll do anything. Maybe we should dig down in there, make sure. Like this. Yeah, that one did not do anything. All right. This one, should I leave this one? I should. It's like not dead at all.
Yeah.
Okay. And then same with our other ones. Our other ones are still blooming. So we'll see how that goes. See how it does. This, I don't know if we ever showed you guys this, but this Swiss chard just randomly showed up next to this pepper plant. I don't know how that happened, but we let it grow and it's doing really well right here. Another thing that did really well and didn't get affected by the freeze was the snapdragons. All of the snapdragons in the greenhouse are doing wonderful still. So we're gonna let them do their thing. And we're just gonna keep cleaning up the beds. Our squash here got hit pretty bad. We do have just a couple squash that are still coming around. We'll just cut the ones that look good off and we'll pull the plant. So I think I'm going to make the decision to just pull the tomatillos. Just slipped on a rotten squash. I think we're just going to pull the tomatillos. It is absolutely loaded.
There's
but
like nothing
there's,
in any of them.
yeah, they haven't developed enough and there's definitely not enough time. I mean, you can see they just did
look,
really well,
it's
but
amazing.
they just got started too late.
There's like nothing in any.
Yeah, so we're gonna just pull them. I think we'll leave the ground cherries. I don't know that it's really gonna do anything. And trying to make the decision on the Cape gooseberries as well. They had just started blooming. You can see there's blooms. Oh, yeah. That is a big bumblebee. And you can see like there is some on here and there's actually a berry inside there. So we'll leave them.
I just don't know if these will ever get pollinated, but I don't know if they need pollination. We don't know a lot about these.
No. I don't honestly think that there's going to be enough time for any of this to really develop further, but I don't know. Yeah, there's so many. I mean, maybe check just to make sure there's not. Yeah, these are like, there's like nothing.
And the roots look really good too. But like none of these have.
Yeah. They're basically empty. I mean, look at this. There's so many.
I mean,
this
like,
would have been an enormous
look at this one.
harvest. Yeah.
It's just
I think
they're
that's
not
what
growing.
I'm smelling,
Yeah,
is
but
they're
you are.
rotting.
I mean, that one's not bad, but it's
Yeah.
not going to mature.
No.
And now it's ivy there.
No. Even,
I mean,
like,
this one looks beautiful, big.
but then
you
there's,
open
like,
it up, there's like, yeah.
gross, rotten. All right, well, let's pull this one out. Oh.
So crazy, like this big, huge, beautiful thing and this stuff. Just,
So many.
I mean, there's like hundreds and
Hundreds and hundreds of them. Next year will be better.
Very prolific.
I don't know if I want to leave all of these in the bed.
I don't either.
I think we should take them out. I really don't want to have, like, I know they're not mature, but I really don't want to risk having 1,000 tomatillos
Oh, I'm sure we're going to miss one.
coming up in this bed. And there's spiders everywhere. Fluff the whole bed and amend it. There's a chicken laying an egg. So I think we're up to 4, maybe 5 chickens laying out of our 10, which is awesome. I was able to gift my mom a dozen eggs. Well, there was 10 because we made eggs that morning, and then I didn't have enough to give her a full dozen. But yeah, it's nice to have them again. They're so delicious. We missed having our own chicken eggs. We missed it a lot. All right, so we were talking and we decided that we are going to go ahead and just pull all of the tomato plants out. We're going to harvest all the tomatoes that we can, and then any that are mature but not ripe at all yet, we're still going to keep. We'll put them in a box and just let them ripen over time, and just kind of put everything to rest and just have, the stuff that we just started growing. It's hard. I have a hard time.
I know, if it wasn't going to get like 20-something degrees in the next couple days, then we could totally leave them, but even with the greenhouse, that temperature is not going to...
Well, yeah, I mean,
Tomatoes
the
just
night
do not handle
we
it.
got home, it got down to 30, and that was enough to kill the tomato plants and the squash and everything. I think it's just time. We'll still have some stuff growing, which is great.
Yeah,
And we're still enjoying lots of zucchini.
maybe we'll for the next month, but...
Yes. All the tomatoes are cleaned up. Now we have a very large pile of stuff to take care of. When we get everything harvested, we'll show you our final haul, which is actually much more impressive than I anticipated. We have tomato hands for sure. Probably should have worn gloves, but so now what's next?
We'll clean up, and then I don't know if we're going to harvest any celery, or we're just going to leave that.
No, I don't think we'll harvest celery. It's raining a lot harder now. This was a perfect project to do today. Our next big project, though, is to move the RV into the barn. Barn is basically ready. We just need to move, so.
What about the peppers?
Yeah, let's just put all of that on.
Honestly, we can just leave it there and let it break down.
Alright, so we thought we'd show you guys what we got. Now, obviously, we've been like harvesting stuff throughout the season. I pulled the delicata squash a couple of days ago. We only got 2. Basically, we got 2 of every kind of winter squash that we planted. But I'm okay. Like this, like I said, that butternut squash is very large. This is it. We've got, these are our ripe tomatoes and some of our somewhat ripe tomatoes. Our regular peppers, spicy peppers, the last of the zucchini, the last of the little patty pans. And then the green tomatoes, we have lots of those, and we have a fun project, canning project for those on another day. But we just wanted to show this to you. Hopefully you can hear over the rain. It's been raining pretty hard since we've been out here. So
Yeah, it was supposed to stop at 2, and that's like 10 minutes ago, so it's still raining just as hard. So, but we needed rain. We're making water, so that's all we care about. So cool. Now we got to carry all this to the camper in the rain.
Oh, it's going in the barn.
In the barn. All right, cool. Hey, what's going on, guys? Today I'm gonna start my day with insulation. I know, it's a terrible idea. I'm gonna be itchy all day long. But we really need to get this insulation put in. And we decided to go with bat insulation. We've had a lot of comments about, are we gonna do bat insulation? Are we gonna do spray foam insulation? And just to address that right off the bat, if we were gonna live in this barn, if this was going to be a house for us, we would definitely spray foam. It does a way better job. It creates way better R value for a 2x4 space. It almost gives you a 2x6 insulation space. But for us and our purposes, this is just going to house our batteries, which just needs to be protected from extreme hot or cold. These are lithium batteries, and the bat insulation is going to work perfectly fine for us. We are going to insulate above the shipping container, but I have wiring I need to do in there. I want to put a light down from up there, so I need to drill a hole, and there's a bunch of stuff, but we are going to take advantage of already having a structure up there and not going up and buying 2x4s and then drywall and doing a whole bunch of stuff there when we already have a roof on this place. And because it's not open to the elements above, there's an actual roof, the barn roof is covering it. We can go ahead and take advantage of that, keep that height distance in here, which will make it feel a lot bigger, and then just have this nice ceiling, because it looks nice. Once we paint it, you're never going to know that it's a shipping container up there. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. What I have set up is a tape measure sitting up against that door, and I have each bat all roll up against that door, and then I'll pull it over to this board, and then I'm going to use that drywall square and put that on the board, and then I'm going to take a measurement, cut it, and install it. It should go really quick. The only part that I can't really install yet is this back wall here. That is going to be our panel box for our sub panel to feed the house and the barn, and then our massive inverter needs to be installed here. So I need to put some extra blocking here to hang that on. And then this is just the housing for the batteries, and then 6 lithium 400 amp hour batteries. So we should have plenty of power to for our needs, and plenty of protection to keep those batteries safe. So I'm going to go ahead and just take care of that today, and then hopefully in the next couple days we can get the barn ready to pull the camper in here. That is our goal for this week. It rained all day long yesterday. Our goal was kind of to get it done yesterday, but we had some rain coming in, so we just waited. We have a good window of about 5 days of no rain, so hopefully the ground will dry out, harden up for us, so that we can hook the truck up and get this RV into the barn. So that's our goal for the next couple days. I'm butting the tape measure into the door, the bat of insulation's into the door. So now I know, using this drywall square, I can line it up on 103, and I can line the drywall square right on the edge of the insulation. Just push down a little bit, take a sheetrock knife, just cut through there, and cuts a perfect 103 piece of insulation. There's one. So just got 14 more to go. All right, so we're outside the shipping containers, and this is our main feed that's going to go into that panel box. And I drilled a 2-inch, it's actually an 1 7/8 hole, and I don't have an actual 1 7/8 drill bit. So the way I'm going to do that is I'm kind of going to approach it like I do tile, where I drill a number of small holes around a circle, push that out, and then kind of grind that circle to make a perfect circle. And so a lot of trial and error, but I want this to be really tight, a tight fit that I could caulk in there, and then that is going to connect to our main wires here. So I'm going to show you guys the way I did this. It's probably not the most perfect way to do it, and if I had an 1 7/8 drill bit, obviously would just be real simple to put it in there, but I'm not aware of an 1 7/8 metal drill bit. I have a hole saw, but I just know, you can see how thick this metal is. That 1/8 of an inch thick steel is not going to get drilled by a hole saw, and it's just going to walk all over this thing and cause like a bunch of problems. So I'm going to go ahead and just show you guys how I do this. So this one is going to be for the main power, and then this one is going to be for my PV wires coming from the solar arrays. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to take a regular drill bit, and I have a circle drilled or drawn on this panel that is the size of these 1.5 inch pipes. And so it's the outside diameter of that 1.5 inch pipe. And so I'm just going to go ahead and just take a drill bit, go all the way around this, and then we'll knock it out a lot of filing to get the pipe to go straight in and not on an angle. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. All right, so we got through, and you can see it's obviously not pretty, but by tracing a line around there, I know where not to go past so I don't make the hole too big. And then now I'm just going to take a file and I'm just going to kind of smooth this out. It is a long process. I wish I had a grinder wheel that would cut steel. I do have a couple of little Dremel bits that I have, but they don't touch this metal on this shipping container. It's really hard, and so I'm just going to use a file and just kind of smooth that out, and eventually it will get down to be the perfect size hole. So it'll just take a while. All right, we got it through, so nice and tight, everything's good. Now that we got that in there, we could go ahead and build the rest of these connections, and then we can go through and connect everything up.
Okay, you ready?
Yep.
All right. Nope. That's as far as it'll go.
Okay, that's fine.
You ready?
Yep.
All right. Yep, good.
All right, finished product. These are slip couplings. So as the pipes heat up in the summertime and cool down in the wintertime, these can actually slide. They have a gasket inside of here. So these can slide up and down with the expansion. And then we're just gonna run a bead of caulk around these pipes that penetrate the container just to waterproof it. But other than that, let's start hanging some drywall.